Okay, we are back. I missed a day of reflecting, but I want to start this thing where I reflect on the 3 essential reflection questions, and I do that every single night, and that's like my way of reviewing my day and also telling the story of what I'm doing out here at Corey's gym and all over Texas. So the first question is, what made me feel enthusiastic? So I'm going to reflect on yesterday. Yesterday, it was exciting. I did my first CrossFit type workout. We did rowing. So I just rowed and then did some up downs, which are kind of like burpees without the push up. And it was like a high intensity. My heart rate was probably at like 160, 170, which is way higher than what I'm used to training ATG. So it was a nice change of pace, and I got really excited for it. I did a lot of different training yesterday, and just learning from Corey as a man, politically, spiritually, talking about guns and politics and just conditioning, and there was so much depth in the conversation we had yesterday when we went out to eat, and he's just such a cool dude. I couldn't have asked for a better first host for this internship journey. Just a man's man. We're listening to hard rock at the gym, and I can't say enough about the guy. He's really made a great first impression on me. We knew each other online, but really getting to know him in person is much different. And then, Patrick Bell as well. This guy is amazing. He's 25. His story is unbelievable. He's been through a lot at the age. He carries himself like he's 40, and he's only 25. Just an amazing guy who has opened his house to me, and I've offered rent, I've offered to buy him food and things like that. He doesn't want anything. I'm gonna keep buying him food, but he's really just a great guy. I'm learning a lot from him as well. That was something that lit me up yesterday. Was honestly, I asked him about his beliefs, and he's a very religious guy. He's a big he runs a business called Kingdom Health, so he helps ATG people. His goal is really to combine ATG and Christianity, which is super commendable for what he's doing, and his belief system. It's amazing. I really respect him, and his spirituality it goes really deep. It goes really, really deep. What drained me of energy yesterday? Just not getting enough sleep. You can probably tell, my eyes. I'm only getting 4 to 5 hours of sleep lately, because I got a lot going on. I'm doing an internship here. I'm getting 40 hours a week on ATG Online. I'm setting up this event out here, and I'm traveling from here to here, figuring out how I'm going to get food. It's just it's so exciting, but it's also I'm not sleeping a lot. So one of these days, eventually I'm going to catch up and get 10, 12 hours, but I don't see it happening anytime soon, which is okay. I avoided coffee for a year and a half, actually. I quit coffee, and it was beautiful. I really like that stable energy. But when you're sleep deprived, coffee is pretty essential, or else you're just not going to be productive. So I'm back on the coffee grind. I'm trying not to be addictive to it, not depend on it. Now, it's hard not to depend on it if you're drinking it every day. So I will eventually try to maybe push it off till later in the day. Some days I'll mix it up so my body doesn't get too craving, like too dependent on it. But it's definitely draining me. I just don't have as much energy when I'm not sleeping enough. So yesterday it also lit me up just thinking about this. The sun, it's hot as hell out here. Like, I'm used to Chicago weather, and I took this walk in the plains of Texas outside of Corey's gym. I put some Khalid on, and I was listening to the old album, like American Teen, 18, Young, Dumb, and Broke. And I was just dancing with my shirt off, getting my vitamin D on. And it was beautiful. It was amazing. So a lot of enthusiasm out here, a little bit of draining energy, but nothing to do with my lifestyle. Everything is lighting me up out here. What did I learn about myself? I learned, not sure. I learned that I like to talk about myself. So I noticed, like, and I think everybody does, I've been meaning to ask more questions to people lately. You know, like, instead of talking about myself, I know, like, on these videos, I'm obviously talking more than you are, but in a typical conversation, I try to go at about a 75%, 25%. They're talking versus me, which is really just asking questions and listening, because that's how I learn. I've learned from listening to people who are wiser than me. And yet I noticed, like, Patrick was doing it to me yesterday. He was asking me a ton of questions. He wanted to get to know me. And I loved sharing my story. I really enjoy talking about myself. So that was super powerful just to experience, to kind of learn about myself. There's definitely a lot more there, and there's probably more that I'll learn about myself if I reflected longer, but I'm going to keep these videos to 7 minutes or so. So thanks for listening, and the next video is coming tomorrow.